Se-Tung's wife was put on house arrest for the rest of her life and actually put on trial. He was towards the end of his life. The Chinese themselves, their government says he killed 80 million. Our government says 64 million. But he's not even liked by the communist power structure. This guy killed more people than Hitler and Stalin combined. But I see restaurants named after him in the U.S., Canada, and England. I see trendies wearing his shirts. I've talked to them. And they say, listen, I like Mao, and I want this to be here. You'd like working as a slave on a farm. But at one Occupy event in Philly, a fellow got an interview with a person dressed up as Mao, and they're really serious. They believe Mao is going to bring them liberation. This just shows how this free market system has made this country so wealthy and so powerful that in a way it's produced people totally disconnected from reality. Here's a short clip of that.
Carrying the Chinese flag.
All right.
Because I'm a Maoist. Why are you a Maoist? Like, why does this organization, this Occupy Wall Street, appeal to you?
It appeals to me because I got screwed over by the capitalist system myself. I lost my job last year because I wanted to transition from male to female with my gender identity.
But how did the capitalist system make you lose your job?
Can't watch this.
You have a boss that does...
Homosexuality in China is illegal today. They kill you for it. They'll put you in prison for pornography, just a playboy. I mean, this idiot doesn't know this. And they have no idea that, I mean, go to China and try dressing up like Mao and telling folks about your gender thing. I mean, I personally could care less. The point is, this is a system where you're allowed to do that. They would take you and harvest your organs in 5 minutes flat. Pornography is illegal, and it's punishable for distributing it by death. In fact, we always do this live on air. Guys, Google Chinese sentenced to death for pornography. I'm talking about regular porn. Regular porn, if you're distributing it, and this person wants to get up here and say, I like Mao. Let me tell you, Mao is really going to let you dress up like a woman. I mean, and again, these people want you to get upset by their sex stuff. But personally, stop trying to take my property, my guns, go off to, whatever. But see, the issue is you're not, are you? No, there it is. Pornography is now punishable by death in China. Chicago Tribune. That's from 20 years ago, yeah, 20 years ago. My God, time's flying. I mean, I'm sorry you people don't live in the real world. I do. God, I wish I could talk to that person. It's like, holy mackerel. You know what? You're not a woman. You don't have a womb. You can't have kids. Go out and get a woman. Find out, even if you don't like women, it's great to have children. It's great to have a family. It's how we're designed. I know they taught you it was cute. You get back at mommy and daddy by all this stuff, but come on, man. Come on. Come on. China's going to let you dress up like Mary Poppins? No. China's going to shoot you in the back of the head and blow your brains all over the place. Little stupid commie. All right, I'm done. I'm done with them for now. Whew, these people, they are attacking our system, and they have no idea what the rest of the world's like. God forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. Okay, this is going too long here. Because, oh yeah, let's get to this. Now, I remember being at Charlie Sheen's house about a year ago, and he was telling me, oh, yeah, I heard a new Red Dawn's coming out. By the way, I should show it on air. I have the Wolverine jacket. Charlie gave me that. I actually have the Wolverine. Alex is lying. I've shown it on TV before. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's just more weirdness. So when Dave Mustaine told me he's going to come to Austin and hang out with me, I'm sure he will. It's just I love Dave, but the weirdness level of it's off the chart. Of course, there's a lot of other even crazy stuff. The point is, I learned of this a while back, and then I learned it was come out this year, but the Chinese government got mad about it criticizing in the remake, not the Russians invading, but the Chinese over unpaid debts. And so they made it North Korea. They went back and digitally changed every scene to where it's North Korea. But still, the communist Chinese who execute people for pornography or for transgender stuff or for being gay, they are now censoring our media as our biggest debt owners. That is, they bought the bankster debt. And Prime Target Security on their YouTube channel shot this video, and we went and checked with the company. This is indeed their set in Pontiac, Michigan, and it just got released. So this is a first look at the communist occupying the Pontiac, Michigan. And a lot of these signs look like Occupy Wall Street, at least what the Democrats were promoting, i.e. the Federal Reserve that endorsed Occupy. Fighting corporate corruption. Your freedom has been a lie. Liberation is here. Deceitful leaders, greedy corporations. This is not democracy. And the idea there is, back that up. The internet is lies, but you can only trust, the government, basically. And by the way, we have David Cameron in England announcing internet censorship. We have bills introduced to restrict free speech in America. We got the White House regulations czar Cass Sunstein calling for it. I mean, it's on. It is definitely happening right now. So there is a first look at Red Dawn. Reportedly, they got a distributor, and it's coming out early 2012, and I will be promoting it just because a foreign country tried to restrict America's free speech and America's right to expression. Again, to the guy or the woman, whatever the person saying that they love Mao because he'll let them dress up like a woman, listen, they'll shoot you in the back of the head. They're already trying, not the Chinese people, they hate it. But the Chinese government's already trying to censor American movies, and I've had enough of it. So another message to you on that front. Get some reality, okay? And figure out that, folks, if you're going to say you're a woman, dress up like that and go to work. Don't tell them I'm a man, now I'm turning into a woman, and make everybody hear about your sexual stuff all day. It'd be like if we had two heterosexuals in the office kissing in front of people and making a big deal about it. Go get a room. Get out of here. We don't care. We got stuff to do. We're not here because you want to upset mommy and daddy. A lot of us don't care about your sexual stuff. We're past it. It doesn't shock us. We don't want to see it. We don't want to look at your giant ferret teeth, okay? All right, I'm sorry. Just because you like to dress up like Marie Antoinette isn't my problem. Just keep your hands off my firearms, my money, okay? I'll keep, you can dress up like whatever you want. Yeah, we got this piece. CDC, I knew about this years ago, but they've got a new angle on it. Natural News has got a great breakdown on it. For decades, they put mercury in the vaccines. Then they said they'd taken it out, but they only released certain lots that didn't have it that were available if you jumped through 15 flaming hoops on a blue moon. CDC officials removed large amounts of data from the study that showed a decline in autism rates following the removal of the thimerosal. The agency then twisted the remaining data to imply an increase in autism rates following the removal of thimerosal and suggesting there was no link between thimerosal and autism. Next slide, please. Upon submission of the CDC's tainted version of the study to pediatrics, the study's authors contacted CDC officials to let them know that the agency had incorrectly interpreted the data. They tried to tell the CDC that its figures and conclusions were wrong and that the corrections needed to be made. But the CDC went ahead and said, we don't care, we're going to publish it. The CDC allegedly responded by saying that it would take a look at the incorrect data, but proceeded to submit the corrupted version of the study to Pediatrics Journal anyways. CDC ended by convincing the journal to publish the fraudulent study, which did no 3. Yeah, but let's go over what the data showed. They never took the thimerosal out. So they said, oh, look, it's still going up when we took it out. They put out a mandate that vaccine makers create small lots of vaccine that didn't have thimerosal. That's what they call the clean vaccine that, like, the German government got during the flu thing that the public didn't get. Remember that story? So, yeah, it's like saying, yes, Barks root beer puts out 100 cases a year that doesn't have caffeine, but our other million cases does. So we can now say caffeine's out of all of our root beer. No. The thimerosal was still in most of the vaccines. It was just taken out of a small amount, and that's how they play the game. Okay, wow, a lot of stuff we just covered there. No rest for the wicked, as they say. But we have a review here of the movie Contagion with sometimes InfoWars.com radio fill-in host. And he's also our on-the-road coordinator. Next year, we're going to be speaking in a lot of locations around the country. Reporter Richard Reeves went and saw the movie and said it was amazing. Of course, it has Matt Damon in it. I was about to say it the way they say it in Team America. Matt Damon. But the point is that he went and saw it, and here is his review of the film dealing with a mass contagion, everybody taking a new vaccine to treat it. Here's the report.
Hello, fellow Info Warriors. Richard Reeves with a short movie review on Contagion. Starting out with the release date, 9/9/11, September 9th of 2011. Right there, some level of concern needs to be given to this movie, and we need to really watch what's going on, because we've been under threat of biowarfare terrorism now going on 15 years, maybe even 20 years or longer. So this movie could be one of those lone gunman type of events where we need to watch out what's going on, because right, like I said, from the release date, 9/9/11, cause for concern right there. And watching this movie, right off the top, you realize that this is a big budget movie. I don't know how many millions of dollars were in their budget, but it was far-flung, all over the world, scenes from Hong Kong to Chicago to San Francisco to Minnesota to other parts of the world as well. As the movie title suggests, Contagion is about a biological virus that is spread by contact very easily amongst the human population. They say ultimately the CDC is the one investigating this biological virus, and they come up with that it's a combination of pig and bat and then some other entity that they can't really diagnose, and it's spreading like wildfire, basically doubling on a daily basis. Luckily for the human race, a lot of the people are immune to the virus. So we are left to wonder, though, is this a biological New World Order perpetrated attack, or is it just something that happened due to natural circumstance? And right at the end of the movie, which I want to give you a spoiler alert right now, make sure and watch for the end of the movie, because basically you kind of get to decide whether it's man's activity or a big corporate monster out there unleashing this for potential profit and gains. Frankly, the most realistic biological disaster movie that I've ever seen. They really went to great lengths to make it as realistic as seemingly possible. So a lot of telltale signs that these biowarfare attacks could be on the agenda for the NWO. As a matter of fact, in one of the scenes, Dr. Cheever, played by Lawrence Fishburne, said that we should see about trying to get this vaccine put in the water like we do with fluoride. So there you have it, folks. So watch for that last scene, and you can help in telling us what the full message of this movie could be.
All right, Richard Reeves, thank you. We're going to go to break. We're going to come back with our next guest, and the fact that in these foster homes, reservations in Canada, half of the Indian children are dying. Half of them. And we got the big money bomb, 27-hour transmission kicking off 11 a.m. tomorrow. The free streams, it's all posted at INFOWARS.com and INFOWARSMoneyBomb.com. You can start donating now if you'd like, INFOWARSMoneyBomb.com, so we can give the New World Order a hardcore black eye and take this fight to the next level. Stay with us.
Ron Paul, a visionary who predicted the financial crisis, a leader with a plan to solve it. The Paul plan? Balance the budget. Cut $1 trillion year one. Eliminate 5 federal bureaucracies. End the foreign wars and nation building. Rein in the Federal Reserve. Pay down the debt. Cut taxes to create jobs. Ron Paul, a plan to restore America now.
I'm Ron Paul, and I approve this message.
If you believe in this information and want to support its viral spread, go to the InfoWars store at InfoWars.com. We've got the new G.I. Joe InfoWars t-shirts. We've got the incredible Pro